All right, so yesterday I was melting copper. Today I was snow blowing a foot of snow. It just hammered us last night. Yeah, that's right, Green Bay. The frozen frickin' tundra. So since I don't want to be outside, well, first of all, let me show you what I did yesterday after work, which I didn't record, but lopped off the heads of these two, and we'll get the copper out of that at some point. And I put all that in there, so that's good. Of course, we have a good 100 pounds of copper there, but this is what I was thinking of doing today. We'll see how it goes. Let's get set up. Ooh, she's heavy. That's a lot of plugs. That's a lot of plugs, mofo. All right, so enough of this foolishness. So let's just take a random plug. I've saved them all, and I've saved them all for, shoot, a year and a half now. So I have a lot of them. Probably put it more flush. So all the copper isn't going to come out. See, I can pull this a little bit out. But we got this. So everyone knows this piece is all brass. Then there's going to be some hairs of copper. So maybe I just spend my time pulling these for now and do my trimming and all that later. So let me know in the comments section if you're watching this, have you guys done this before? And what method have you used? I'm curious to know what you've done, how you've done it. I've seen people put these in water and boil them so that the plastic, see, that just broke off, which is fine, but makes this plastic softer, and apparently it makes this come out easier. But I mean, if you have one of these guys right here, it couldn't be any easier. It just comes right out with virtually no effort. So, yeah, let me know in the comments section how you do it. Okay, that one broke off too, which is fine. The amount of copper that you're going to get from this is so minimal. It probably won't amount to much, but the brass is definitely going to amount to something. That's really the big get from doing this. The brass that I took to the metal recycler the other day, I got $2.70 something a pound, I think. I'd have to check my video again. If you guys remember what it was that I got, let me know in the comments. So, I mean, that's a legit amount. Look back here, got a big bin of copper or brass that I've got to melt. Got some brass slag, that's gonna be a lot of good stuff. And I've got other bins of brass over there. So it's gonna add up. Okay. Oh, that's a mess. Gonna have to get that out of there somehow. That's all right. So yeah, crazy that I was melting copper in a driveway and it was like a really beautiful afternoon. And then I wake up this morning to a foot of snow. It's really heavy, wet snow. Probably because it's still snowing out right now, and it's like 37 degrees. I'm not sure how that works, but yeah. Some of these are just breaking right off, which is fine by me. Big deal. There's one of these. So these wires are going to have to go up like this to come out. So this one, I'm thinking will break off for sure. Yeah. Well, that one didn't. Got that one. So how about this economy? It's only going to get worse. It is not a good situation right now. Janet Yellen, she's more wrong than I was when in civics class in high school, and that's saying something. She is just, it's not that she's wrong, she's just lying to you. She's lying to everybody. Making it sound like no big deal, nothing's wrong with the banks, everything's fine. Yeah, that's after they pump $400 billion of brand new cash into the system. Now this is a Christmas tree thingy plug, which really, yeah, I feel that hard plastic. Let's see if I'll even be able to get these out. Yeah. Yeah, so really you should be getting your money out of the bank if you can. Like leave enough money in the bank to cover bills and stuff. We have auto pay, so we have to leave some in there, but anything other than that, we got to get it out of there. Because if the bank goes belly up, they do not have to pay you. Now, if you say, yeah, well, Janet Yellen said that they were going to cover you. Well, considering Janet Yellen has lied every time she's opened her mouth, I would not trust my hard-earned money based on what Janet Yellen says. Janet Yellen stain, as Greg Manarino says. Or Jerome Powell, the chairman of the Fed. Good idea to have some gold and silver. Oh man, gonna be quite a bit here. I'm so ready for spring, and I know, it's still potentially going to be nasty in April. It always is. Seems like around here in Green Bay area, or up this way, things don't really start getting nice until May. So for those of you in Kentucky, Indiana, whatever, and farther south than that, you can't comprehend that. I can barely comprehend it. working really nice. These tools are so nice because of this rounded edge. It really gives you something to pry with. And, I've seen some people do this with needle nose pliers, and it is more difficult for sure. But with these things, man, it's a no-brainer. Hardly takes any effort. There's more effort in tightening your vise than pulling these out. This came off of air conditioner from a hotel. Got a couple of these, which these are massive brass pieces. So here's another one. Got some odd ones like this. Not sure. Then these hard ones, which we see a lot of. So I'm trying to do a bunch of them that are the same just to get a rhythm. So yeah, if you could, you know, hit the thumbs up button, that would be great. It just takes 2 seconds, just to one click, and then it's done. But it makes all the difference to me and to anybody else who has a channel for that matter. If you're consuming content of people, you like their stuff, you go back a second or third time or whatever it is, definitely help them out by giving them a thumbs up and leaving a comment. I mean, any kind of comment at all. It doesn't have to be a long comment, just say nice or whatever. Because the more of that we get, the more legit YouTube thinks we are. And then they'll want to share our stuff more. Okay, one broke off, one didn't. Good with me. So this is what I have so far. It's a nice little pile. I haven't even just begun. I'm just going to keep this running because there are some people that like to watch the tedious side of things. If you want to fast forward, feel free. Just hit that like button if you're on the way out. What else with the economy? So this shouldn't be any surprise to anybody, because when the virus hit, our government chose to shut everything down, and then they proceeded by pumping $2 trillion worth of brand new cash into the market. So if anybody's surprised that we're in a recession and that we have super high inflation, because during that time when everybody got shut down, we also weren't making anything. So we're not making anything, and we're printing more money. That is the absolute recipe for disaster. And now it's caught up to us. At the end of this year, all the people that got their stimulus checks and put that as a down payment on a car they couldn't afford, well, those loans are coming due this fall. So if you're in the market for a new car, a new used car, wait till the fall, because you'll have many options. Yes, interest rates will be higher, but if you're saving some money right now, then you can put a bigger down payment on and minimize that. All kinds of odd ones, man. I've been cutting these things off of so many different things over the last year and a half. Anything that has a plug, I've kept it. And that's vacuum cleaners, AC units, alarm clocks. There's another one of these. Let's do one of these big boys. Oh yeah. Oh, she's coming right out. Oh yeah, look at that. That's a nice big piece of brass right there. Oh boy. Oh boy. There we go. And this mofo. Alright, sure, I'm gonna get this thing out. There we go. Right there. That's legit poundage right there. I kept one of these. I've been throwing all these away. In fact, I'm going to just put that in my shred. Get these off of here. So what do you guys think is going to happen with the economy? Leave a comment, let me know. Curious to hear your thoughts. If there are any gold and silver collectors out there. Ooh, yeah. Oh, shoot. Yeah, it's all right. Okay. So we got two that are real similar. There's 3, 4, 5. Of course. Yeah. I should have known. I should have known. One of them is a little wider than the rest, so it's screwing it up for... It's like the smart kid that just ruined the curve on a test. It's this bugger right here. The last one I put in. What a jerk. I've got to get my vise attached to this table down here because it's at a better angle. because if it was down here, I could be sitting down doing this rather than hurt my back standing the whole time. Some really good brass is going to come out of this. I'm pretty excited, actually. I'm not going to record the whole thing. I'm going to stop soon, actually, and then just start cranking on this, and then you guys can see what we got going on. In fact, I think what I'll do right now is put this on time lapse and just crank for a bit. Okay, so I have the setup here. I got my heater because it's still frickin' freezing, probably 46, 7 degrees. I'm gonna go through all this. I need a regular height chair. This one's a little too high, but it's gonna work. So, all these pieces that don't need any copper cut off of them, just gonna throw right in this bucket here. I'm going to cut the copper into this bin here. Throw the brass in there. So, I'm curious. You guys leave a comment. Take your guess now of how many pounds of brass we're going to get from all of these. And if you want to really get nuts, let me know how much copper we're going to get. Might have to go in grams, as you can see what we got down here. Woo. So, are we going to get grams worth? Definitely not going to get pounds worth. It's just not enough here. See myself knocking that off. I mean, is it possible that we'll get 2 pounds of brass out of these? I don't know. For all your fishermen out there, this one kind of looks like a jig, like some sort of crappie lure. This spring I'm going to be doing some crappie fishing with my dad over in Michigan, which is going to be fun. You know what kind of a degenerate I am? I was sitting at work going, man, I can't wait to get home so I could do this. This silly little project. And I'm kind of ticked because I bought 2 new pairs of these things, and I tried to trim some or clip some steel. I don't know if you can see that in a blade, but I just totally bent it. So I did it to both of them too, so they're both garbage. Hate it when I do stuff like that. So I'm going to work on these. I'll bring you back in a minute. See how we're doing. Okay, we're about halfway through. You can see we got a nice big Kathy Griffin wig And we got a lot of these. Don't know the weights yet, but we still have all that to go. So let's do it. Thought I was done trimming, but I just found another one. All right, all right, all right. Little hairy strings of copper in here, but I don't care. It's all part of brass anyway. I want to get all the, I don't want all the plastic pieces in here though. Okay, so I'm gonna pick the rest of these up. And so we're almost done. So there's that, there's all that copper. It's just so thin, it's not going to amount to anything. Only doing it mostly because I'm interested in how much is actually there. Okay, so let's go do our last thing here. Okay, so here's the deal with these last ones. These are encased in plastic or rubber, and when I try to pull these out, they do not come out. Here's a good example of one. I tried to cut the rubber part open and fill the garage with black smoke or some kind of smoke. I don't know what it was. Nasty smoke for sure. Oh, for Pete's sake. How is it that I'm doing all this without my awesome mode, sexy mode, and don't be a butthole mode on? Jeez, no wonder things aren't going well. I'm gonna take this grinder wheel and just cut all these off and be done with it, because I'm not going to cut all these open and choke on smoke or smoke out the house. It's just not worth it. I'm going to get what we can get and move on. That is cool because these are all copper. Oh, and they're hot. Hot coffee. Woo! Come on now. Pretty cool. All copper. Thank you, GE. Man, these are what looks to be tin coated copper, maybe. Let's see. Yep. Okay. Had some other tin coated stuff. Brass all day. Yeehaw, rope them doggies. These look copper as well. Way to go, GE, coming through once again. This is, no, this is Belden. Whoever the heck they are. Belden throwing some copper at you. Put those right there because they're smoking hot. What do we got here? This looks like from an old welder. And I don't know what's inside of it. Let's find out together. It's like an Easter egg hunt with copper. Oh yeah, it's brass. Nice and yellow. They call it mellow yellow. Heck yeah. Stuff reeks. What do you guess? Copper or brass? This kind of looks like copper too, but who knows? I will tell you, that smoke is tasty. So tingly on the lips. All right, so that's the last of the mystery meat. Everything else is clearly brass. I think, oh, these came off of AC units I picked up. Remember when I had like 6 of them in my garage? Ooh, it's smelling like burnt rubber in here now. I tell you to burn rubber, I'm doing it. Oh yeah. Now these, I really need to bust with a hammer. I think it's just gonna be a pain for one, and I think it's gonna go all over God's creation. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Put that in there. The old lemon squeeze. Let's do this. Okay, still curious if you guys made your guess as to the weight of the brass and the copper on this. Do it now. You might be a hero. Last one. Okay. Pieces. Then we got 3 tin-coated coppers here. 6 regular coppers here. So we're gonna put that in there. That's legit. Guess that's it. What are your guesses? Because we're about to do it. We're about to make this happen. Half a pound. Oh man, feels kind of heavy for plugs. What do you say we go with 3 pounds? I'm gonna go with 3 pounds and see how close we are. Okay, you guys ready? Oh man, 3.3. I'm telling you, my guessing skills are nearly out the charts. Wow. I mean, we're gonna have to call my channel Nostradamus Metals. So the tear weight, this, I mean, it's not even gonna be a pound. Maybe, well, with the box it probably will be, but see, I'm going with like, yeah, 0.3, a third of a pound though, for just stuff I trimmed off of those. Not bad. Oh gosh, cord caught on something and I just flinged half of them onto the floor. Flinged or flung? Hooked on Phonics worked for me. Flinged it. I flinged it, everybody. Woo! Okay, guys. That is the wrap up of the plugs. The hair plugs. And this is where I keep my pizzas and frozen chicken. And this is where I keep my tin coated stuff. Hello. So that's it, guys. Humongo plug it in piece. That's a piece for now. And remember, bald people matter. Give me a thumbs up. Please give me a thumbs up. My fellow Americans,